Greetings. We have the Empress card showing first and foremost. So for my collective, there is a huge thing here of needing to take care of yourself right now. Now is a time to pamper yourself. So get that massage, give yourself that pedicure, that manicure, cook yourself that favorite meal, or go out to that nice restaurant if you never cook, or if you always cook and you're wanting to get away from that. You know, now is the time to kind of like do the opposite. So if you're somebody who lives like on a very strict schedule and you're like like very drill sergeant, then you are being told to kind of simmer down, child. I'm hearing, ooh, child, things are about to get easier. Ooh, child. Things are going to get better with the Sun card here. Now, I do have to say, because the Empress and the Sun card are showing, be cautious because a lot of you guys are very fertile. So if you don't want to make babies, then be a responsible adult. And if you want to make babies, then this would be a perfect time to make babies. Okay, so, but some of you guys are just like, not a long-term thing with the Six of Pentacles. Like, you know, it's not your person. You're like, yeah, this is just like convenient right now. This works for right now. So why are you doing that to yourself? Okay, this is going to be quick with the Tower card here, starting with Capricorn, ending with Sagittarius. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you don't know what that means, go to Google, type in free birth chart, fill out your information. What's going on here, Capricorn? Six of Cups in the reverse. Some of my Capricorns, you are frustrated about something from your childhood. You're frustrated about something with your family. You're not talking to a soulmate, even though no one else makes you happy, and you're head over heels in love with a soulmate, and you even fantasize about them when you're sleeping with other people. Capricorn, seriously. Yeah, and with the Eight of Wands, they could have messaged you and you left them on red, or vice versa. I'm hearing that song, I left that on red because I felt like it. I left that N-word on red because I felt like it. I believe it's a Summer Walker song. Am I really done? Am I really too much to handle? Yeah, it's Over It by Summer Walker. So some of my Capricorns listen to that song because you might just be over it, or somebody else is over it, Capricorn. But there's something here that you really need to learn. Spirit's like, this situation has so much more. It's like Spirit's like, you're missing the gold nuggets. Some of my Capricorns, it's like the energy of Sagittarius yesterday of just flipping the table. You're so fed up with the situation. You have emotionally withdrawn a long time ago. But you know what? I was listening to David Goggins' album with Akira the Dawn earlier, and I'm going to do a collective reading on this tomorrow. Not sign specific, just overall collective energy, because there are there's so much to be said about suffering. There's so much to be said about suffering. And suffering is really what makes us, what turns us into sheer greatness. In Capricorn, suffering in a relationship can actually bring your relationship through to greatness if you're actually willing to seek the wisdom that it is trying to bring to you. With the Hermit card, this is about walking through the dark night of the soul, Capricorn, but you have to face it and you have to embrace it. And a lot of my Capricorns aren't wanting to face it and they're not wanting to embrace it, especially with the Eight of Cups. You're like emotionally checked out. Someone could say something and you're like, huh, what? Like, you just don't care. A lot of my Capricorns, you just don't care. I'm hearing, again, the Eminem song, I just don't give a fuck. I don't know why I censor myself. I'm in my 30s, so I should be able to cuss if I want to on my private social media platform. With the Two of Wands here, a lot of my Capricorns, you're just waiting for a better opportunity. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius, some of you guys are really feeling like an extra zest for life, an extra zest for energy. Some of my Aquarians, you're feeling more confidence. Spirit like wants you. I'm hearing, how funky is your chicken? How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose? Your goose is totally loose. Oh my gosh. It's from the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the TV show with Sarah Michelle Gellar. But some of my Aquarians, you could be dealing with a blonde. You could be dealing with someone that's like more peppy, that, you know, could have been in like leadership or student council or cheer or dance, or this could be you, Aquarius. I'm just getting those kind of vibes from high school. Some of my Aquarians, you could be dealing with like a high school or college time crush, or like an ex. Like, there's a period of time of separation. It's like, It's not back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. It's an energy of like, back then we were both insecure and we didn't really know who we were and we didn't know the truth of what we are. And then we separated and went through a multitude of experiences. And now like I see you. And with the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, there is an energy of you guys both being independent and thriving on your own and doing well on your own, Aquarius. And some of my Aquarians, you're like, is this too good to be true? Oh, maybe it is, because there's the Three of Swords here, with a Ten of Swords. So some of my Aquarians is definitely something from the past. This also, though, might be that you have to leave somebody, Aquarius, or somebody has to leave somebody else, yeah, with the Magician, before it, yep, that's what it is. So for a lot of my Aquarians, this is the deal. You're already talking to somebody else, or they're already talking to somebody else, or you both are, but you want to be with each other. You want to be with each other, Aquarius. You don't want to be with the people that you're with right now. You want to be with this person that you knew from some previous time in your life. Now, in a work situation, again, you're like people pleasing, you're going along with it, but you're not happy there and you're trying to manifest a new opportunity. But you have to get out of the Six of Pentacles, people pleasing, Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, keeping up with the Joneses energy for it to really come forth. You really have to step out on your own, step into the wild frontier. I'm hearing Oregon Trail, Aquarius. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces, some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries or have strong Aries in your chart, or Taurus. You also could be wanting to establish a new business all on your own. If there's something that you do and you work for a corporate, you work for somebody, you're wanting to branch off and you're starting to research, or you're straight up opening your business where you're the boss, you're the head honcho. This is a very mature Pisces that I am speaking to. A Pisces who's already been through a couple dark nights of the soul. And with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Swords here, Pisces, you are looking at somebody like an opportunity, like your future husband or wife, or somebody's looking at you this way. But if I'm being totally honest, you guys are looking at each other this way. So you could also be dealing with an Aquarius because it seemed like they have a similar love story going on. Or you could be a Pisces who in Vedic sidereal would actually be an Aquarius. So you might think you're a Pisces, but if you're born March like 14th or 15th and earlier, so March 13th, 12th, 11th, so on and so forth, you're actually an Aquarius. You're welcome. What do I mean by this? Well, the Western astrology was designed off of the man-made calendar, which does not actually follow where the planets are in the sky. Vedic sidereal is where the planets actually were. So like the day you were born in whatever hospital or home that you were born in, if you got out a huge telescope and you looked at the sky and it was March 13th or March 12th, guess what, Pisces? The sun was actually in Aquarius. But because of the man-made Western calendar, they say, oh, sure, Pisces. But it's not that way because it like changes a degree every year. For some of my Pisces, you're wanting to get more into the occult. You're wanting to get more into astrology. You're understanding that certain things just don't quite happen when you want them to. And other times things are seamless. They're flawless. And you're like, maybe if I knew actually about the planets and transits better, then I would make smarter business decisions, smarter health decisions, smarter relationship decisions. With the Ten of Pentacles here and the Six of Wands, a lot of my Pisces, you are screwing your head on straight. You want a marriage. You are scoping out different people, especially the Six of Wands. I feel like I'm speaking to a Pisces. I'm speaking to a single and a relationship Pisces, but the single one first. The single Pisces, you see a multitude of options. You see people in different area codes, in different states, or even in different countries. But you're most focused on your career, your job, your livelihood, which is great. You're doing your life's work. You're doing your life's calling. But you're at this place now, Pisces, where you're really ready to settle down. You have a sense of clarity that most Pisces don't have. And it's because you've come to this balance within yourself where you truly love yourself, Pisces, with the Two of Cups. You're also genuinely a master of your craft. To reach the Ten of Pentacles means you've already gone through the Eight and the Nine of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is refining and mastering his craft with such humility that, yeah, it's like the Eight of Pentacles is the years that you did things behind the scenes. And then the Nine of Pentacles is when things were no longer behind the scenes, but people are starting to recognize you and recognize your transformation and your evolution, Pisces, and where you're really getting, a grip, where you're paying your own bills, you're doing your own thing. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is when you're ready to really create that legacy and start a family with somebody and share that with somebody else. Some of my Pisces, this can also be on the business front. Like you've really started to create and expand your own business, and you always thought that you would just be an entrepreneur and do your own thing, Pisces, but you're really realizing to expand, you need to, put that token out. You need to extend that, what is it? Extend that olive branch. That's what it is. So olive branches, something here, maybe Olive Garden, Pisces, Italian food. Maybe you are part Italian. There's something here though about extending the olive branch, Pisces, to people, because then you'll have better connections and then you really build a legacy, and it's like a whole empire here, Pisces. I like it. All right, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Aries. And if it doesn't resonate with your sun sign, it's probably because Vedic sidereal, your sun sign don't mean shit. I really don't. Your moon is your most prominent placement in Vedic sidereal, which is what I follow. So naturally my cards are going to be heavy to that. So your moon sign should be the one that you guys kind of watch the most. Your sun might, be a part of that, but also Venus, because I'm very much ruled by Venus and Mars. How funny is that? I'm like split half and half. But so a lot of my readings go for your Venus sign, but remember it's in Vedic sidereal. So I would say to look at it. And also know that I have a multitude of different people and different types of people watching these videos. So because of that, some days it will be a reading and some days it won't. Aries, you are going through a sharp ending and you feel like the ending is not right. You're like, this isn't right. This isn't right. The Sun in the reverse, the Lovers in the reverse with the family card. There's a huge disappointment here, or upset or loss in the family for any Aries who have recently lost a family member or lost a family member this year. Even last year I'm hearing this death of this person or this loss of this person really, really wrecked you. And it's still wrecking you, and it's still wrecking you because you're doing that Aries strong thing where you're trying to wear the weight of the world and be strong for everybody else, but you haven't really let yourself grieve and mourn properly, Aries. And so there's a strong need for you to take time out and for you to fully mourn and fully grieve the loss, the ending of this thing. With the Magician in the reverse, you feel like you were done dirty in a situation by family or by work situation, by friends or by a lover. It could be all the above. And you feel like you've been done dirty so many times, Aries, that with the Death card at the bottom of the deck and all these reversals, you're just like, screw everything, screw everyone. And in the future, we have the Six of Cups. So you're returning back to your childhood ways. Now, what's funny is the Page of Cups was at the bottom of the deck beneath the Death card, but I didn't mention it because I was going to, and Spirit was like, no, just wait, it'll come out. And then it was literally the next card that came out. So with the Six of Cups and the Page of Cups, a lot of my Aries are reverting back to their childhood dreams, their childhood ways. If you really built an empire when you were younger, you had a sense of extreme confidence when you were younger, that has been completely stripped of you because of all of this fuckery that you've dealt with family, fake friends, fake work situations. You've dealt with so much fuckery, Aries, that you're like, all I can go back on is myself and like who I was as a child when I was a confident Aries before people like completely, pulled the rug out from under me, used the crap out of me, and beat the shit out of me. Goes back to the David Goggins I Cured the Dawn album, where he talks about suffering is what makes you, and people who haven't suffered as much as you will look at you and think that you were just privileged and you're just given all these things, but it's actually the greatest suffering is what creates the greatest people. So whenever you see people of greatness, it's only because they've gone through such extreme suffering and pain. Ten of Swords, Sun in reverse, Magician in reverse, Lovers in reverse. Like, Aries, you've been through certain struggles and pain that would absolutely kill and annihilate others, but it only made you stronger. And it's because your heart and your character are what actually shows through. And that's why it's hilarious, Aries, when people try and talk shit on you, because everything that you've been through would kill them. And not only did it not kill you, but it didn't even make you bitter. It didn't even make you resentful. It didn't even make you angry. It actually made you more loving, Aries, with the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. It made you more innocent. So Aries, you got to reclaim your innocence because of the fuckery and bullshit that other people have projected onto you, and trust me, they're going to get their karma, and it's not going to be pretty. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus. You guys, I had a lot more than I want to say to that, but my ancestors. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, you could be dealing with an Aries because with the Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups, it seems like you are. So for a lot of my Taurans, you're dealing with an Aries, or you have strong Aries in your chart. You also could be dealing with a child, something messed up around a child. I would say watch out with whoever is like watching your children, watch out with the school, or yeah, there's something here that your child is being exposed to that it wouldn't fly well with you, Taurus. Yeah, 10 of Wands here. Some of my Taurans, you're so busy that you don't even see what's going on under your nose in a situation. Some of my Taurans, Page of Cups. This is why I put it back in the deck, you guys, because it came out another time. So same thing with Aries. So a lot of my Taurans, you're absolutely dealing with an Aries, or in Vedic sidereal, you're an Aries actually, even though you think you're a Taurus, but really you're an Aries. There's something here going on with your children. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like bothering you. It's frustrating for you. You feel like it's becoming a burden. It's getting in the way. This could even just be like your kids are more needy at this time. But this stems all from a space of spirit really wanting you to tap into your inner child, Taurus. And if you don't have kids, I'm not talking to you right now because I'm talking to somebody who has pets or children, or who is like a teacher who deals with children. The children, the pets, the something, Taurus, are brought into your life right now to reconnect you to your inner child, because there's a part of your inner child, there's a part of your innocence that you have kind of relinquished and that you need to reclaim with the Queen of Cups here. Yeah, it's been completely killed out. That doesn't make sense. Died out with the 10 of Swords. For some of my Taurans, you're being told to do like a parasite cleanse. I'm hearing die off. So of course, with anytime we do a cleanse, there is always that die off where you kind of get more sick, or you feel more sick before you start to feel better. Afterwards, like adaptogens, taking or drinking like ashwagandha tea or shilajit, taking shilajit tablets, or taking tulsi, holy basil, or having tea, tulsi tea daily. Things like this would be really good for my Taurans. For some of my Taurans, there's so much confusion in a situation. There could be confusion in your marriage, confusion around your work, but something that you seemed steady and strong and like consistent for a long period of time, all of a sudden, Taurus, you just don't know, with the moon and the 7 of Cups. And remember, we do have 6 planets in retrograde, Taurus. So if you're feeling extreme confusion at this time, Spirit says to just keep yourself to yourself, keep your energy to yourself, pull back from others for the next 7 to 10 days, and allow the time to pass. Allow yourself to have more time being introspective. Allow yourself to, and even if it's just, if you work all day and you're like, well, Valerie, that would be nice. Maybe then it's just taking a 5-minute bathroom break and putting in headphones and listening to a 5-minute meditation song in the bathroom and doing that like 3 times a day. So, you can get a 15-minute meditation just by sitting in the bathroom with your headphones in if you're at work. So Taurus, maybe that's what some of you guys just really need to do. That's a really strange thing coming through, but I really feel some of my Taurans, your whole everything, your central nervous system will say thank you. So Gemini, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. My Geminis, honey, pour it up, pour it up. That's how we ball out. Strip clubs and dollar bills, still got more money. Okay, Gemini. Oh, all I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs, eh. Oh, with the King of Pentacles here. So some of my Geminis, you're doing things behind the scenes. You go into strip clubs with those dollar bills behind the scenes, but you got a family and kids at home. It's okay, it's a business trip, Gemini. Nah, it's probably a business trip, but with the tower there, that lap dance felt like business. If you know exactly what I want to do, then I'ma give the business to you. Oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa. Give me the business. Give me the business. Give me the... Some of my Geminis, you're giving someone the business. You want to give somebody the business. This Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo. I don't know. Oh, I said Scorpio because the tower. Aries also. Or, yeah, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So Gemini, yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles. Woof. Someone that you could have given the business and then you kind of ghosted, or you just didn't really give them the time of day, let them know you weren't ready for a relationship, Gemini. All of a sudden, you're like, excuse me, could I have another chance? Could we get that back? Can we bring that back? Hey DJ, bring that back. Oh yeah, the Sacred Union card. Now Geminis who are in love, who are in relationship, maybe you didn't really express it before, but you're going to start expressing appreciation for the family friend more. Some of my Geminis who are in a family here, you have a happy family, but you also are just so connected still to your bachelor days. I'm hearing Busta Rhymes. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. Cancer, I know what you want, you know I got it. Ooh, Cancer. Some of you guys, are dealing with a Aries, Leo, Sag, a Virgo, a Pisces, Capricorn, or you have this in your chart. Some of my Cancers, Spirit is telling you to just take like a 5-day break from your boss. Seems like tensions are rising in the work front or in the home front. Cancer, I'm hearing the crab, the Krabby Patties. Some of my Cancers could be a little bit crabby right now because you feel like you've just been having to do all the work. Everything's been put on your shoulders. You know, you're in this, and people can be putting it off, Cancer, in a way of like, but it's a good thing, you know, and you're like, no, I just can't do that, I don't have it in me. And someone's like, but if you do it, you know, and they like kind of egg you into it with the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands. It's like, but you'll get some extra this or extra pizzazz, or more people will see you, or there's more fame, or there's more fortune. And you're being told, Cancer, with the Four of Pentacles and the High Priestess, retreat and block this Seven of Wands at this time. You need to just kind of retreat and pull your energy back and really recollect at this time. Something is out of balance, and if you make any decisions or really push forth in this imbalanced state and in the state of confusion, Cancer, then it could kind of bite you in the butt later, which is also why Spirit is saying, just let people know like, hey, I kind of need to take like 5 to 7 days to myself. Not saying I'm going to take off work, but like, I just need to be left alone so I can just like do my job and stick to my own thing. Your relationship will be better for it, all of that. All right, after Cancer is Leo. Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, who I forgot the day before yesterday, but you guys were first yesterday, so check that reading out. Some of my Leos, you could be debating back and forth about moving in with family, about starting a family, having another kid in the family. Some of my Leos, you don't really want to have a kid. You're not sure about having a kid, but it's happening anyway because we have the Sun card and the family card. It's here, but we have the Sun and the Moon. Some of my Leos, you're in a very karmic relationship, very karmic. This could even be one of those connections that's karmic where it's like you guys super love each other, then you have kids, and you completely go down separate paths. Like completely, like the Sun's like, I hang out during the day, and the Moon's like, I hang out at night. And so these two, even though it's a very cosmic karmic relationship, they don't really thrive in the same environment. So for some of my Leos, it's like your karma could just be to have a family or have this child with someone, but it's like, it's not really the rest of your destiny. And some of you guys, that could be really frustrating because you maybe have some really traditional views with the King of Pentacles here about like, no, the person I marry is the person I'm going to be with until the day I die, damn it. And Spirit's like, no, that's like awful. That's awful. That's awful. That's awful. You really need to be present in every connection, Leo, and understand when something has like, you know, dried up, when something has served its purpose. If there's animosity and silence and secrets and disappointment in a connection, you need to GTFO, Leo. And this person is really good at putting on a front too, or they are. Now, for my Leos that doesn't apply, even though I will say we have the Ten of Swords as the advice. So the advice is to end something, Leo. 8 of Wands in the reverse. So there are definitely secrets here with the High Priestess. Perhaps secrets that you could find receipts for online on someone's telephone, Leo, or somebody's DM, somebody's messages, somebody's snatch chat. Leo. Yeah, with the Nine of Swords. There's a Leo out here that is guilty. I'm sorry, but there's a Leo that's guilty. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Virgo. Some of my Virgos, you're dealing with a Leo. I was going to say Libra. So some of my Virgos, you could be a Libra in Western astrology, but you're actually Virgo in Vedic sidereal, and you're dealing with this Leo. And there also could be something here about not wanting, there's like a bad teacher here that's like getting in the way of something, Virgo. So if you have kids, I would, with the Fool and the Page of Wands and the Five of Wands, I would get a different teacher for your kid, a different daycare for your kid. If you have a pet, bring your pet somewhere else, Virgo. There's an energy here of having a new beginning would be much better, and your spidey senses have kind of led you onto this, Virgo, but your child definitely needs to be taken out of this environment because it's not going to be conducive to your child, and you need to take them to a different place of a different babysitter, a different watching, different school. If you're like in athletics and you don't have a child, then you need to train with a different group, Virgo. There's something here about changing something in your dynamic. Yeah, because you've been with something for a while, Virgo, but like you're at this point where something's just not changing. And you're sitting here wondering when it's going to change. And Spirit's like, Virgo, it's not going to change. The change that's going to be made is you leaving the situation, which is also, the Emperor, you going on your own, you being solo. So for some of my Virgos, you could be like a coach or a teacher for some establishment, or like, you know, Sunday school teacher in a church, and Spirit's like, no, you're supposed to have your own church. You're supposed to have your own school. You're supposed to have your own program. You're supposed to have your own this. You're supposed to do your own thing, which Virgo makes sense because you guys are bosses. But it's all about self-love. And until you really prioritize yourself instead of throwing yourself under the bus for others, Virgo, and putting your life behind so that you can please others, Virgo, it's just not going to happen. So you need to, you know, put yourself first. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh! All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Whoa. Okay, so some of my Scorpios, your money situation is looking amazing. You're getting the bag. You are aligned in your life's purpose. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. With the Six of Pentacles and the Devil, people are trying to tempt you and seduce you to join them. Come here, Scorpio. Do this over here, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. No, tunnel vision, Scorpio. Block out these motherfuckers. Stay focused on your business, your bag. The Fool card, be unbothered by them. You could be dealing with an Aries or have strong Aries in your chart. Aries is the leader of the zodiac. You guys are both ruled by Mars, the planet of war. Yeah, something that started small in the past. Scorpio is about to take off. I'm hearing the song Wildfire. It's Drake and like SBKRT something. I don't know. I totally probably butchered those, how those initials are. Oh, this is stressing other people out. You doing well, Scorpio. That's so silly. They should just do well for themselves. Yeah, it's like other people are disappointed and upset that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. If people are upset about other people's success, literally that only hurts them in the end. Literally that only gives them bad karma, Scorpio. So if anyone is upset about your success, that's literally going to royally screw them in the butt. And if you're upset about anyone else's success, that's also going to screw you in the butt, Scorpio. So be cautious of that. Okay, last but not least, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Some of my Sagittarius is, ooh, 5 of Pentacles with a 3 of Swords. You could be seeing 555, which is changes, 333. I'm going through changes. Justin Bieber. Changes. Justin Bieber would be a good song to listen to. So if you guys just don't know, which way do I go? Which way? What should I do? Some of my Scorpios are heartbroken. You're feeling left out. So Scorpio, some of my Sagittariuses are dealing with a Scorpio, for sure. A lot of my Sagittariuses, for this Sagittarius with the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords, there's a strong, like, this stinks codependency. So someone else, like, finds all their worth in receiving love from this other person, or it's like every day they're like, can I get a little, it's like when they wake up in the morning, they're like, they have this odometer that's like how much love they receive from something outside of themselves, because it's like if they're just going through their day, they're just like, So if you're that Sagittarius that's super codependent, please read Codependent No More by Melody Beattie, because you have some codependence things going on here. And I was going to say Scorpio again. So for a lot of my Sagittariuses, you are dealing with Scorpio. In Sag, you're showing up right here with Temperance, but it's in the past. So it's like you were balanced in the past, but some connection or something has made you really codependent, Sagittarius, and Spirit is really wanting you to look at this. Like, pause, time out with the 7 of Pentacles. You really need to check your codependencies. There's something here about avoiding your truth. With the Devil, something here could just be like really like lust-based, or really skin-based, or really material, or just, I'm hearing it's flaccid energy. It's like something here is a show pony, Sagittarius. So don't go for the show pony, and I hope you're not being the show pony. Don't be the show pony. Yeah, with the Page of Swords and the Devil, something here is like, this is like an unhealthy way to try and create a bond. It's like, instead of someone just like letting someone be and getting to know someone, it's someone seeing like, what can I do to make them like me? Or like, what's their weakness? Or like, what's their, I don't know. Sagittarius, I don't like this energy. It's like scummy. It's very scummy. Let's get some different cards for Sagittarius, for different Sagittariuses, because I don't like this. Okay, Hierophant. So for some of my Sagittariuses, yeah, it's just because you want some sort of commitment. And so some of my Sagittariuses, I have to be honest, you're not going about it in a healthy way. And like, you need to go about it in a healthy way if you want a healthy relationship. Other than that, for some of my Sagittariuses, you could be dealing with a Taurus. Yeah, and with the 5 of Cups, it's like Someone here, the relationship expectations could be different, Sagittarius. This can also be like going into a work endeavor and having a exasperated, like love bombed view of what the work situation or setting is going to be. And then when you actually get to the work setting or get somewhere, it's like disappointing because you had all these expectations because you were projecting onto it, because you're like looking for happiness outside of yourself instead of looking for the situation to be just like a curious experience. You were like trying to extract or gain something from it with the Devil card. Bless you. If you guys would like a personal reading, hit me up.